everyone, we're back again on a very, very freezing, snowy day to bring you our words of wisdom. And I have a very short story about a pencil. The pencil maker took the pencil aside just before putting him into the box. There are 5 things you need to know, he told the pencil, before I send you out into the world. Always remember them and you will become the best pencil you can be. 1. You will be able to do many great things, but only if you allow yourself to be held in someone's hand. 2. You will experience a painful sharpening from time to time, but you'll need it to become a better pencil. 3. You will be able to correct mistakes you will make. 4. The most important part of you will always be what's inside. And 5. On every surface you are used on, you must leave your mark. No matter what the condition, you must continue to write. The pencil understood and promised to remember and went into the box with purpose in his heart. Now replace the place of the pencil with yourself. Always remember and you will become the best person you can be. 1. You will be able to do many great things, but only if you allow yourself to be held in Hashem's hand and allow other human beings to access you for the many gifts you possess. 2. You will experience a painful sharpening from time to time by going through various problems, but you'll need it to become a stronger person. You will be able to correct mistakes you might make or grow through them. The most important part of you will always be what's on the inside. And 5. On every surface you walk, you must leave your mark, no matter what the situation is. Be true to yourselves, everyone. Remember who you are, remember to love everyone, be kind to everyone, and just be a good, sharp pencil, a good, sharp person. And here's the Rabbi.
Thank you. So nice again to be able to speak about the Parasha of the week. And you should know, here you cannot see the snow, but was this weekend.
There is snow everywhere.
Everywhere, and it's 9 inches of snow. But Baruch Hashem, everything in its proper time. Now this the time is for Perashat Shavua, which is Perashat Teruma, this coming Shabbat. And Teruma is very interesting. There is, as they say, there is nothing new under the sun. And you know, fundraising is nothing new, and it wasn't the first time when we see for the first time there was a great fundraising campaign for the building of the Mishkan, of the sanctuary in the desert, that lasted ultimately for 40 years, and then 500 years after they were in the land of Israel. But the Torah speaks now after the people of Israel were given the Aseret Adibro, the 10 Commandments, and then Perashat Mishpatim, that was in Yitro, Perashat Mishpatim, all the details that the commandments entail and the practice that you have to go with all of those commandments. And then now the Torah begins by telling us that you have got to be ready. It's a kol ish asher tidevenu libo tikhu et terumati. You take this, it should be an offering from those who are willing from their heart. It's voluntary to participate, to build this temple, this sanctuary, so that I can dwell among the people of Israel. Our rabbis see a little bit an unusual thing in the terminologies used in the Torah for this fundraising. One of the things that they see, that the Torah said at the beginning, from every willing person you shall take my offering. Now the question shouldn't be my take, it should have been you should give the offering. The other question, more than anything else, is the fact that the Torah is telling us now that you should volunteer. We have had an entire parasha before as to don't this, don't that, and do this and do that. Why shouldn't it be a command? If HaKadosh Baruch Hu, God, wanted a sanctuary, He should have either produced a sanctuary or at least tell them this is what you need to do. Why it is only in voluntarism? And I think that what the Torah is teaching us with Perashat Teruma that says take and not give is because in life what we give is really what we take. Mm-hmm. Can you imagine? There was a great wealthy man in the 19th century in England that we know. It did so many good things for the Jewish people by the name of Montefiore, Moses Montefiore. And he was a great philanthropist. There was one person who wanted to interview him. He was an annoying person. He was very rude. And he came to Moshe Montefiore, and he asked him, he said, can you tell me how much are you worth? I know that you must be, you are millionaires and you contribute at the same time. So can you tell me? He said, you know what I'm worth? 50,000 British pounds. Come on, 50,000, we know the millions that you have. How can he said, you don't understand, my friend. He said, so far this year what I gave to charity is 50,000 pounds. That is what I am worth. Because no matter whatever you do in this world, ultimately, when you go to the world to come, what you have got receipts, not bills. You understand? You don't give. You are not counted according to what you are leaving behind. Is what you take with you. What you take with you, what you give. And that is what the Torah is teaching us more than anything else. And not only that, before when we're talking about the Ten Commandments, the Torah is telling us the thing that you must not do, must not steal, must not do things that are really bad. And then in the detail, the Torah is telling us how you have to deal with the property that belongs to somebody else, that it should be sacrosanct. And when you deal with the property of other, whether if you damage or whether if you take something, you must restitute. You have to restitution. You have to be careful with somebody else's money. Now, the bar is raised, and what the Torah want to tell us, what do you do, what you have, what you possess, what you appreciate and what you work for your life, what do you do with it? What is your entire purpose when God gives you all these things? That is Perashat Teruma. You have to understand this body raised so that you can do with this thing what is something that is worthwhile, something that you can ultimately have the reward of what you're giving, because that is what is ultimately what stays with us. And so therefore, this parasha, when the Torah said, Vezot teruma asher tikhu mitat, the offering, and whether if it is what you have is silver, gold, whether it's precious stone, everything you do for me. Think for a moment, instead of the selfishness that we have in us, you're right, we should have what we need, but at the same time, share it with others, because by sharing, this is the greatest thing that we have and that we possess, and that it always stays with us. Shabbat Shalom.